The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Just what you think about. We're on. Oh, okay. 5, 4, 3, 2 would work.
No countdown.
He on his big phone. What kind of phone is that?
It's an Android, bro. It ain't big.
People always talk about those things.
To me, Androids are the best.
No, I've never heard that.
How many times you have to keep updating your iPhone? Almost every year, don't you? Or buy a new one. You can buy Android in $19.99 and keep it the rest of your life.
But I heard you can't be in a group chat and stuff.
Oh yeah. I don't want to talk to none of y'all. Like I'm doing like you do.
Okay.
That's how you do. I don't want to talk to anybody.
Hello, everyone. Hey, welcome to what's the name of the show? What was funny is Dan
in a man's world. No, I didn't.
He's talking about. So is it mind of a man? That's what he's like. He's trying to log in mind. It's in a man's world. That's pretty bad. You could tell we don't get paid.
Yeah, very little.
You get because we definitely would say so. So shout out to everyone. Hope you're healthy. Hope you're well. I'm Louis Dix,
and I'm Dannon Green.
And it is a Tuesday. We're back. Sorry about last week, but had to work. I had a great time that week. That was a great week.
Where we at?
I was doing the Arsenio Hall.
You did Arsenio Hall?
Joke.
Man, I love Arsenio, man.
I did warm up for 4 shows. And he gave me a great shout out. Shouted me out for my birthday on air.
Did he?
That was pretty cool.
That's cool. What's the phone number here, Lou?
It's 323 something 815 4204. 323-815-4204. 323.
How long you been doing the show and you still don't know the number?
I just said it to you.
No, after you asked the producer.
I said it though to confirm it, but it's 323-815-4204. Okay. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind anytime during the couple hours we're here. Just give us a call, ring up, talk up. We got a lot to talk about.
Do we?
I mean, I'm assuming that Netflix is the Joke. The festival was a success, at least for comedians.
I think it is. I think it was.
I mean, comedians had a great week. They were celebrated.
Right. I was a little. I had to come from a different angle, but I was very happy.
What do you mean, come from a different?
Well, angle? I was just a little concerned at first about the Netflix joke thing because of how Dave was being perceived after his closer, and Netflix had those employees that were protesting, and I'm happy that the CEO of Netflix stood by Dave. But then I was wondering, like, are they really, really happy to have comedians, or are they just doing it now because they know it's still the moneymaker, just because of what happened with Dave? You know what I mean?
All right, Mr. Conspiracy.
I am the conspiracy theory dude.
Okay, all right. I don't know how you. I didn't jump to that.
I know, of course.
You're single. You're lonely. So that's what.
And
when
you're single and lonely, you got time to think of shit like this.
Yeah, I was just thinking it was a great thing for comedians to showcase their.
Well, people like you that have a person but don't want to go home to, you think of that shit good because you out in the streets.
No, I'm not out in the streets. I'm usually only out in the streets if I'm working.
Okay.
Or coaching.
Yeah.
Only a few things that keep me out in the street.
So you got your red and white on again?
I got practice after.
Yeah. I only wear red and white, y'all, because of Louis Dix.
No, it's your golf hat. That's your golf hat.
But it's red and it's white. I can't wear this hat outside, though.
Nah, I'm old enough where gang members like, go ahead, man.
Nah, man, they still think, I'm.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do, man. They thought I was banging last week.
No, they didn't. See, because you're doing that.
I had boogie on my finger.
Yeah, because y'all keep. I don't understand why grown men keep mimicking that.
I don't know why they do it either. I don't do it.
You just did it.
But because I was dancing.
Yeah, I don't understand why.
My bad.
It's like just do the robot.
Just.
But it's okay. So the big news, top of the news for the Netflix was Dave Chappelle being attacked.
Crazy.
At the Hollywood Bowl. I happened to be there. Boss Lady Poetess was there.
Poetess, you was there? Yeah, this is what I like when we invite her.
She could have just
I knew it. Yeah, she could have just shook her head, but I didn't know she had to.
Yes,
be
I was there.
Okay.
But I missed the action because Dave did a good night, everybody. So everybody
And y'all was rushing to your car.
He was walking out. And then I heard him mention Jamie Foxx. So when we didn't leave yet the stadium, but I heard him mention Jamie Foxx, and we walked back in. But still, there was no clue that happened. Like,
first of all,
I didn't know anything happened until the next day.
Okay, the first question I want to ask you is, how much was your ticket?
$125.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. 125. You know what's crazy about the whole thing, man? And we kind of talked about it a little bit off air, Lou, is that, it's so funny. It makes my joke that I do now so relevant when I go on stage with the headgear, jokingly, but no charges. Like, no major charges.
Yeah,
what do you feel about that?
Well, first, let me go back to the other part that you actually do
Gaston
a joke.
has to go.
Okay.
You actually do a joke. You're telling me that you go on stage with headgear on?
You haven't seen it?
No.
Oh, my God, this is hilarious.
This happened since the Will Smith thing.
Yes, I did it since the Will Smith thing.
You have props.
Yes, I have a prop.
So this thing has steered you into a prop.
Yes. Now, I've never had props in my career.
Okay, so I'm just wondering.
But it works. I have it on my phone if you want to see it later.
No, I don't want to see it.
Okay.
How I mean, I'm just trying to understand.
I always try to get Lou to watch me. Lou's never watched my show.
I'm just trying to understand, given as good of a comedian as you are.
I appreciate that.
And a lot of comics are doing it. I mean,
no one's doing like me.
Kevin Hart took a bat on stage.
Right.
Well,
but see, I think mine is more original. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when I go on stage, like I have another friend that's a comedian, he's up and coming, he's trying to be one, and he boxes. So he went on with hand wraps. I'm like, but when I went on with headgear, no one really knows, unless you know boxing, that is headgear. So you're wondering what's on my head.
So as soon as you're introduced, you walk up.
I walk on stage with the headgear on.
Okay, go ahead.
And then I'm walking on stage. I'll show you when we off air.
Mouthpiece?
No mouthpiece. I'm not going to do that. I already got a list. I can't, when I'm trying to speak with a mouthpiece.
So you're going with a headgear.
Yes. And then I'm saying, and then the crowd is like looking at me like, they're clapping first, because they always clap when you come on. And then they're stopping. They're like, what the fuck? And I said, yeah, that's right. I'm ready for you motherfuckers. Come up here and slap me if you want to. And then they know what it is. And then it's a laughter. It's just a laughter. And then I go, I did the show down in Bellflower the other day at the new comedy club down there, the Bellflower Comedy Club. Mm-hmm. Have you done it yet?
No.
Oh man, you gotta do it, Lou. It's a great your headlining act will probably be down there, and you'll probably be down there with him. But so then I go, yeah, I heard. Then I just added to the joke, like, yeah, I heard I was doing a show in Bellflower. I said, mm-hmm. And they started laughing. I said, yeah, I said, I'm ready for you Mexicans. And then it's a prop that works, but it's not cheesy because it's really happening.
After you're done that, you take the headgear off.
So then I'll go, can I take this off? Yeah. And then I'll go into my bit about Will, my bit about dating a woman with short hair, and my other bit. And then I just go on and, so it works. It's very creative.
No, it's not. It's not. It's.
Poetess, can we show it one day?
No, it's.
And then have the people say, do they
send
think?
it to her now so she can show it.
I got them. If I gave my phone, would you be able to do it? Because I don't.
No, send it to me. Email it to me.
Okay, I'll email. Let me see if I can. I'll do a WeTransfer.
And then people are. It's not creative.
It's very creative.
It's comedy 101. It's easy. Put the gear on because somebody got. I mean, come on.
Well, that's what comics do. They always talk about the news of the day in their own way.
Yeah, but it's like everybody's talking about it.
Well, you got to talk about I think a lot of comedians, believe it or not, a lot of comics are talking about it because a lot of comics are really upset. I think a lot of comics are very, if not mad, disappointed.
I think this is what I think upsets comedians, not making it.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's.
I mean, not being famous, not being.
Well, I don't want to say that because I think you're knocking comics down. And stop, just because you're a successful
I'm not
comedian,
a successful comic.
You can't be.
I'm not a successful.
The bully that you are.
I'm not a successful. I'm a working comic.
Yeah, we're all working somehow.
But it's just. I've always been that way though. I've always done the joke that I didn't want to do the joke that everyone was doing.
Right. Well, I mean, but I'm like this. When I do the bit, it leads into unsurfaced comedy. And what I mean by that is a lot of people are doing it and then their jokes are surfaced. But I'm going more in depth, I feel, about, jokes that are from it that really so much can leave Dave and the Will case alone and just talk about people and how people are acting and how we are as people and what if we could do that as humans. So I try to take it to a different angle. Like you, Will. I've always wanted to be like you.
It's not working. No, but so it was interesting being backstage when all that happened.
Yes.
I think if you are famous or not famous and you have security, make sure your security is wearing sneakers or some kind of grip sole shoes. They shouldn't have dress shoes on because, as you noticed, my man ran out, a few security guys ran out there, and the dude
sliding
stopped on
all over the place.
Slid. One fell twice, and the guy looked like Barry Sanders.
I thought, oh boy, I was like, that's O.J. Simpson at his best.
Yeah. No, O.J. would have cut.
O.J. would have cut him.
What was the energy and vibe like backstage, Lou, after this all happened?
It was weird. It was Dave's wife was clearly, and they were clearly, everyone was clearly upset.
And they should have been.
Because I think, personally, I'm sure his wife thought this was too close.
Yeah.
This is dangerous.
But we all should have thought that.
It got serious. Well, I mean, I think more personal for her than anybody.
Right.
Because that's her husband, someone she dearly loves.
Yes.
And because we all, I think a lot of us comedians think of how we would have handled in the moment, not ever being in the moment.
Right.
So, but, and Dave was clearly upset. His brain was working comically when they walked backstage. The security was highly upset because I'm sure they felt they dropped the ball.
They did drop the ball.
I
mean, but not to cut you, but now when I went to go see D Nice, did anybody go see D Nice when he was here? Poetess, did you see D Nice? Okay, when D Nice was here, right? You know the DJ. Mm-hmm. This month was packed, bro. You had to go through security. I mean, they put you through the metal detector. They empty out our pockets before you can go in there. So was that like that at the bowl?
You couldn't take. They pouched your phone. You had to go through a metal detector. But
so how did this dude get the?
Well, his thing was plastic, and they didn't really search the men. They looked at the women's purses, and they looked at bags. If you had,
you could easily have smuggled stuff in there. The security at coming into the entrance was kind of lax.
Yeah, the only thing that they weren't lax on was the phone.
Because I had my weed.
Yeah, we know
I had
that.
my weed package right there.
Oh, Jesus. Wow. She's positive.
And then, what's negative about weed?
Kid show.
This ain't a kid show. This is an adult show.
Okay. Just don't
I'm
take it
just
off
saying.
I'm just joking
I'm just
with you.
saying.
God,
I grabbed it with I had it wrapped in the jacket that I went through the metal detector, and they didn't even look.
They knew you had it. They smelled the shit. They're like, sure, just let her do what she gonna do.
Now, I felt the security was a little laxed at the metal detector.
I believe that it's going to really hurt comedy around the country in terms of some of these one-nighters. Because first of all, as a comedian, when you get hired for a one-nighter, you know those little bars you do. You may make $500 here, come in, do a drop in, whatever, and you got no security, you get attacked. Now, can comics sue?
Well, yeah, anybody can sue if you're attacked, and if you're attacked somewhere. And
because Dave could have sued, or Chris Rock could have sued.
Well, of course they.
No, I'm just asking. I'm not.
They probably have conversation with the people of how they can best work this out for everyone.
Right.
What do you need to make this?
Yeah. What can we do to make you feel comfortable?
I don't think it's gonna. I mean, comedy is booming right now.
Yeah,
people
it is.
Want to laugh? I don't think
Yeah. I just think it was a terrible thing, man. By not pressing charges, I really believe it's setting a bad example to. I saw 2 cases. One up in the Bay Area where some girl went on stage. I think it was the Bay Area where Hannibal and them. We're doing a show. I just saw that some female went on stage, and then this white. I posted this morning about some white guy was having a comedy show in his house, in his backyard, and the neighbor came over there and. He had all white comics and white people, and a white lady came over there complaining about the comedy. And it's like, as a comedian, how far, my question would be to you, how far do you let somebody come, man or woman? Do you let them get to you or do you crack them?
Well, I mean, I don't, I mean.
That's a legit question.
No, I'm not saying it's not legit. I'm just saying that my main thing is, one, you got to protect yourself. Hopefully you have someone, like when Craig is out, I'd stay near the stage.
But look at the names you're saying, Craig, Chris. You're saying all these big dudes. What about the little dudes like us?
Well, then hopefully you have a friend there. Well, and if you're not playing a big venue, you could see what's right in front of you.
Okay.
And hopefully you're paying attention, and hopefully you're making them laugh and not making them react. Because, you got to look at like some
Dave made them laugh. So you gonna blame the comics now on the material?
No, I'm not blaming.
But that comment was like a blame.
Well, no, I'm like, hopefully, there people are gonna react to certain things you say.
But come on,
well,
come on, Lou.
They have the right to react, and they don't have. They don't
have the right to react on stage.
Well, no, I'm not saying physically, but if they have to suffer the consequences if they do that.
But everybody's gonna react differently to jokes.
But that's the thing. You're in America. So America, you have.
So you kind of opening up the door. You're saying it's okay.
No, I'm not saying it's okay.
But you just said they had the right to react.
They do have the right to react any way. Everybody has
in their seat.
Everybody has a way. Everybody can react any way they want to.
So now you're saying it's okay for them.
I didn't say the word okay. They have the right.
Right is damn near saying okay.
No, it's not.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying that in America, it's a free society.
Okay.
So you're free to do anything you want, and you have to suffer the consequences.
Okay. So to me,
that's that.
Okay. So I'm going to tell everybody you don't have the right to react and come on stage.
No, we know that. That's the rule.
Okay. If you come on stage, then the consequences is what you get.
Yeah, you have the right within yourself.
I'm just saying because to me, and I'm not saying you're saying that because you've been in the game longer and in longer than me, but I don't like the fact that when we say, well, people have the right to, no, if you're coming out to a comedy show and you don't really, and you're too sensitive or you don't want to laugh, don't even come out. Stay home. Don't fuck it up for everybody else.
Okay, that's fine. You can say that.
But don't say, but don't say you have the right, no, don't say, because you're a grown man, say what you want to say, but to say to someone you have the right to react and then suffer the consequences is saying, okay, well, if I go on stage, I'm going to see what happens. And I don't think anybody, because if a woman comes on stage, somebody comes on stage with me, I'm going to think about the one too.
Well, no, you're going to defend, you should, and you have the right to defend yourself.
Okay.
And you have the right to protect yourself. So understanding the situation that we're in now, just like singers and everyone else, anybody that takes the stage
is in danger. It's not just
the
comics.
thing of that's why they have metal detectors. That's why they check people's purse, because people could harm you from their seat.
Right.
There's a lot of mental illness going around.
I don't want to give them that. I know what you're saying.
Well,
I know
actually,
what you're saying.
Talked to the guy who attacked him,
and you know why he said he did it,
and he
right?
said that he was clearly mentally
ill. He said no. His words were, I did this because my mom or somebody lost their home or something to gentrification.
Lost in New York.
To me, right. So you have some type of, I understand we have mental issues and we talked about this before, but I don't want to keep giving motherfucking passes like that.
If he didn't have mental issues, why would he?
So everybody that goes on stage has mental issues?
No, he's not saying everybody.
I'm not saying that.
Most people who do, because that's out of common. That's not even common sense.
The guy should be in jail.
Wait, actually, most people performing on stage got mental
issues.
Well,
that's probably boy.
I mean, most of us have. I mean, it's how you control what's going on in your life.
Yeah, but I just don't want to give that pass, because then that's where everybody runs to. You know what to do? I'm gonna run on stage. I'm gonna fuck the show up, and then I'm gonna tell them I got mental issues.
Well, people gonna run to whatever their lawyer tells them to run to. So we can't control. Yeah. The bottom line is you control what you can control, and you have to protect yourself. One, you have to know, as an artist, if my right, my left, my front, my 6 o'clock. If my board, I'm talking about any level comic. Do I have a board that's right there?
Yeah.
He's on my right, so I ain't got to worry about my right. I'm going to worry about my left, because he's going to take care of my right.
Right.
If anybody he's going to step first, or he's going to tell me, "Woo, look up."
Right.
So, and I'm going to you basically really, especially in a smaller venue, in the comedy club, you can see what's in front of you.
But I feel bad for. I think what I mean hurt it. It's not that it's going to stop it, because people do like comedy, but. Like, it's like when if you go to like New York and you do Manhattan Propers, if that place is still there, or you go down and do a show in South Carolina. The time when Dave Brown, the comedian, dude jumps on stage, grabs the mic stand, damn near tries to kill him with it. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just these things are something now that I mean, that's why I understand why now.
Be careful of who you're attacking on stage. If somebody,
it's not everybody's getting attacked, Lou. And I don't want to give you making it sound like we're attacking people.
If somebody yells out something in the audience, and then the comedian decides he's going to wear him out and ride him out.
I understand that part. And then learn to get on and get off the person.
Right.
I understand that. But I don't want to get into this saying, well, we got to watch what we say because we're the comics. You're coming in and saying, we're not here to get you.
Well, yeah, but you still gotta play the room.
So I say a joke about dogs, and Poetess don't like dogs, so here come Poetess.
No, well,
I mean that's what you're making it sound like.
No, if you say something, if you're talking to, like I'm saying, I think it's more directed at a person. If you're talking to someone and you're like, man, F your mother, man. Your mother can suck my.
See, I'll never say nothing rude.
Right, this guy just lost his mother.
Yeah, I mean, if you say that as a comic, you ain't really a comedian. Unless the dude says something to you like, fuck you, nigga, and your mama. Then you be like, oh, my mama, nigga, my mama, And when people say that to me, it's funny. I turn into the audience member like, my man, all right, look, I ain't saying nothing to you tonight because you're going somewhere you don't want to go. And I've had it happen a couple of times.
Right, and hopefully the venue has somebody that can come tap him, tell him to chill, or they, I mean, it's just.
I mean, it's crazy we have to have this conversation, but it's real because I'm telling you, it like everything in life, when something bad starts, it gets worse before it gets better. And something's going to really happen one time, I believe, because you got too many idiots and copycat people out there. And there's some comics on your, with me agreeing with what you're saying on this part, is they don't understand comedy. We got guys that call themselves comedians. They're out there and they're killing the audience, or they calling people bitches. And you're like, yo, my man, if you don't know how to maintain, to control the situation or bring it back where you're in control of it, then you don't need to be on stage with the mic.
Well, I mean, there you go. I mean, it's on both parties.
Yeah, it is, but it's more on the audience. It's more on the audience. We
all have to be better. So it's so I'm glad Dave was.
Dave was upset about them not pressing charges, though, right? Y'all did hear that, right?
I mean, I didn't hear it.
Yeah,
I'm sure he is. He has a right to be upset. I mean, it's
Gascon is too light on crime.
Who's this dude?
He's the
I didn't vote.
District attorney.
Yeah, I heard.
Attorney.
So
and
he's not holding people accountable.
No, he's not, and people have already voted for a recall.
Yeah, but that's what y'all asked for.
Yeah,
right, exactly.
Y'all got rid of the lady.
Yeah,
and that's what you see. Be careful what you ask for.
Yep.
And now,
this is true.
And Lacey, so, but yeah. So I'm glad he's okay. It would have been a tragedy. It was funny because he was actually, at the time all this happened, he had just finished riffing off of Chris Rock.
And I thought what Chris said was funny.
Yeah, but Chris had a great set. I mean, it was a great show. I mean, Chris came out and destroyed it. I mean, he was.
Everybody did well?
Earthquake destroyed it.
Okay.
Did you like Earthquake?
He was fantastic.
He was great. Leslie Jones,
The comedian?
Yeah,
the female?
Yeah, she went on first.
How'd she do?
She struggled.
In the first spot?
It was a lighthouse. They wasn't in there yet. And she took a little offense to the fact that she had to go out first, and she's not really high level. She's a star and she's famous,
right?
But she's not a high level.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Did you know that she used to work at Roscoe's?
Yeah,
in Pasadena. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. How light was the house when the show started with her?
I mean, it was compared to what it should have been. It was light.
Okay, what was light? 3,000 people.
It was enough that she could have had a good set.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. We got. I'm just trying to.
But
I'm trying to be as a friend, but politically correct. But at the same time, as a comedian,
she's famous to the point where she's not doing a lot of stand up. You could tell.
Oh, so she went that route.
You could tell the ones who have been on stage,
right,
and working on it. So when they come out and do 15 minutes, and she went over her time.
Yeah, because she probably was struggling, was trying to get that last.
And she was, so the DJ had to hit her, and she was like, I can't believe you guys are playing me off. What kind of shit? I'm famous. So, but she just didn't.
Who was second?
I don't know.
I'm gonna say, the question is, did the second person?
Yeah, second person. Yeah, everybody else. The girl Michelle Wolf, she came, but she didn't. A lot of the other ones were performing not to destroy. They were just going out there. They knew their thing. Hey, so we have a caller. Hey, caller. Hey, what's up?
Hey, Lou. What's happening, man? This is George Holt from Right Along Radio Show. How you doing?
Hey, no, hold on. George. Hold on. I'm going to say this again so you can say the whole thing because that was funny. Hey, who's this, caller? This is George.
Hey, this is George Holt from the Right Along Radio Show.
Okay, I just wanted you to say that slow because you said the Right Along so so slow, so fast, and I wanted to hear that because I enjoy
I'm
your
sorry.
show. No, it's all right.
Oh, that's cool, man. And happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's your point?
So, you know,
Poetess, I need to
you
email.
guys were talking about they're not pressing charges, etc. Keep in mind, the man just got tackled. He didn't stab Dave Chappelle. He didn't shoot him. He didn't do anything but tackle him. And no matter who you are, if you just get tackled by somebody, that's just considered battery, and that's not a felony. So if it's not a felony, it means the city attorney's going to handle it, which is what's happening. It's not that they're not going to prosecute him. It's just that the city
He had a
attorney
weapon.
is going to handle it, not the DA.
Now, all right, fine. Now, mind you, George is a police officer,
So
he knows more than you.
he might, but he still had a weapon.
Yeah, okay, let George
but
explain the kind of weapon he had.
Okay, George.
Yeah, and he had a weapon, but that's still just a misdemeanor. And I'm not saying that the dude shouldn't be punished. I'm not saying that he didn't deserve what he got. I don't know. I'm sure you guys saw those pictures, right? And Lou, I guess you were there.
Yeah.
Did you get any licks in? Tell me.
No. I would have said nah. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you know, clearly, man, he got them boots put to him. You know, and all those celebrities jumped on him. I was telling everybody he had more footprints on him than the man's Chinese theater.
Oh, hilarious!
They put it on him.
Now,
You know?
then what's funny is that's the kind of thing that happens if you would attack a police officer, huh?
At the very least, let's just say.
At the very least.
I mean,
At
especially
the
back
very
in the day, before it was body cams,
man.
right?
I came on before Rodney King, so let's not even get into that. I don't
Okay.
think the statute of limitations expired yet. But anyway, that's what happened. I'm glad you were there, and I got a first-hand witness account because I was listening to your show earlier, and I watch you guys every week. By the way,
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you,
you and
Dannon.
is it Dannon, like the yogurt?
Just
Dannon?
like the yogurt, brother. Wish it was. I'd be a lot richer and not here.
Okay. Well, hey, you guys keep doing your thing, man. Again, I appreciate you, and I'll hit you guys later.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks, George, for calling in,
from the
brother.
Ride Along radio show.
All right, now.
All right.
Hey, and Dannon, if you ever want to come on a ride along, man, we'll make sure you get in the front seat this time.
Hey, will you? I really like to do it, man.
Okay.
Let's. Can you leave your number with Poetess, and then I'll call. Give me a contact number.
She has his number.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I wasn't trying to assume. I'm gonna call you, man. I want to go and ride along.
Okay, man.
Take
We'll hook it up.
All right.
He ain't gonna make it. He gonna end up in jail. Y'all gonna run him. Y'all
You're gonna
run
run
him.
my plates. Like, hold up. This nigga need to be in jail.
Thank you, Holt.
All right, thank you, bro.
All right, later.
I'll hear from you. I'll call you.
George Holt, smart guy.
That's hilarious. That's stupid what you just said. Go to ride along, nigga. Hold up. Where y'all taking me, nigga? We taking you to jail.
I mean, it's so much. I was reading something. I don't know if it's gonna be in her Poetess report, but do you have the story about the guy who went to retrieve his gun and left his baby in the car, and the baby died?
Oh my God.
He went to retrieve his gun from the police station. Left his baby in the car, went in the police station.
It was hot.
And they arrested him because he had a warrant.
Oh no.
And everybody was talking about how it was the cop's fault. But then they had video of him never saying, "My kid's in the car." He was worried about what warrant it was and because his gun.
Oh, that's sad.
And when they found
man.
the baby was dead.
Oh man.
It's crazy. I mean, it's people are just.
Their mindset is nowhere.
It's just a different world right now.
It's
It's
terrible.
a different world. Where it come from?
Poetess, check your email. I did send it to you so we can see.
Anyway,
go ahead.
I hope everyone had a piece to your heart Mother's Day.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mom.
Now this is interesting because my mom's still here,
Okay.
and I always wanted to talk to people who lost their mom and because En's really, he has a lot of pain when it comes to losing his mom.
Yeah.
And it's some people who were like Ho3 lost her mom. She was better, but when does it begin hitting you?
Okay, so
Like how long has your mom been gone?
see that's what I'm gonna say. I think the situation is the length of time. So you got to understand. I lost my mom in 1981.
Okay.
So I was 15. So for probably up to 22, it was just painful. Through the Mother's Day really didn't bother me. It bothered me when I would go to church, and I was going to church a lot at that time because churches, which they should do, is they honor the mothers of the church and the mothers of people. So it was always painful for me to deal with that. But now it doesn't. It's a different type of effect now. Like I think about it and I feel bad that I don't feel bad. But it's been so long. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I didn't love my mom and still, but I miss, she's been gone so long. And then for me, my time span was not as long. Like I always feel bad for people who lose their mothers late. I feel bad. You know what I'm saying? Because you've had all this time with her. And depending on the type of relationship you have with it, it is going to be a feeling that you're not going to understand. You know what I'm saying? It's like losing a child, probably. You know what I mean? I don't have any kids, but it's probably that feeling. So I can tell you, it took me, even as a young kid, it took me almost 5, 6, 7 years to just feel like, okay, I can deal with Mother's Day and whatever. And now, when I got older, it just bothers me that I kind of looked at the day as just a day. Mm-hmm. I didn't look at it as nothing special. So it can, I feel bad for anyone that loses their parents late. I think it's great that you can have your parents around for a long period of time, but I feel bad for anybody who does, because it's a feeling that you don't, especially for me, it was tough because I was young and I didn't understand death. Like I didn't really understand death till my uncle died in 2010. That was the most painful. You say
understand death. What does that mean?
Well, when you're a kid, see, in my situation, I'll explain to you. When my mom died, I found my mom deceased. She died in her sleep. So that was the killer right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then, within a month, Lou, I was going from living in Philadelphia, my majority of my life, or in the city of New York, and in a month, living in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Because that's where my brother was living, and he was the one that took care of me. So now, instead of having time to really mourn, I never had a chance to understand really what was going on. I was in a whole new environment. I went from 99 to 100% black to 99, 94, 96% white up in New Hampshire, 1981. So you can figure it's rural, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I never had the time to process the death. And then as a kid, you just kind of going on with, you're going on, then you grow and you feel sad that your mom's not here, but you don't really understand it. Not until my uncle passed, where I was like, wow, because I love my mom, but when my uncle died, it was the pain that I felt because he was there for me when I was going through all of that stuff with my mom and everything. So that was a different type of pain. You know what I'm saying? And I understood like what I felt love was to me, so.
Now, yeah. Poetess, you do a podcast class, right?
Yep.
Okay, so can we get Dannon in a specific class of how to tell a story shorter? Do you have a specialized class?
I love Lou. One thing about Lou will have a way of forgetting. Allowing you to forget whatever sorrow you're about to have and have to get back on your P's and Q's.
I'm just sure that you
asked the question.
Yeah, but you need to specialize. We need to get him in a class where he can tell the story, radio way, because he went around and
around. Are you saying he's boring?
No, I'm not saying he's boring. I'm just saying he will give you 3 of the same facts within the story around in different ways, as opposed to just.
Did you get my email?
Don't apologize. It's just
I didn't get it.
Okay, I just said I'm gonna send it to you again. I thought
you have to work on that. And people have taught me, my muse always tells me, you got to tell the story. You got 3 minutes.
I find myself going the long way around on a story sometimes because you want to get all the nuances and essence.
Well, I told that because I think what Lou asked the question, I think it's a very important question about dealing with death and understanding it. And as a child, I didn't understand it. I think death comes with the attachment of love. That's why you think people who lose their parents young, they're angry at their parents. They're like, why you know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, why are you angry? But that's because there was something there that they just don't understand. It was a love or connection that they felt. So I just wanted to explain it and let them know.
Again, that was another
example. Was less than 3 minutes, Lou. That was 45 seconds.
But you told 2 with the same facts in the thing.
Well, because I was rushing.
I guess you just shouldn't rush when you have a lisp. That's the moral of the story.
I will come by your house for Thanksgiving, and you will not have any bird this year.
No,
I will be talking over the turkey.
At least we know it'll be. That's right. Know it'll be moist.
My turkey, it'll be. If y'all want to go ahead and have a special piece, invite me over. I will speak over the turkey.
I was
Contact at morrismediastudios.com?
Yes.
Okay, I sent it to you. I don't know why you
still
didn't get
trying
it.
to send. See, it's at Android. See, when I send you something, you get it right away.
Damn
so
it.
you know.
Probably was whack. That's why I didn't go through.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to have a reason to jump off the bridge on the way home, just come in and stay here.
Your email looked at it and said, "Nah,
this nigga ain't. Nah, this ain't the one."
Sent back. Send it.
I'm gonna try.
So shout out to all the mothers. Hope y'all had a good Mother's Day. I got
Happy Mother's Day.
My mom actually got the card on time, which is an important thing.
Is your mom in Philly?
No, she's in Virginia with my sister.
Oh, okay.
And it's important that you send the card out. I sent the card out on Tuesday, and she got it Saturday. So that's always good, instead of her getting it on Monday or Tuesday. So she was, so peace to the heart to all of you. And it was weird because there was a situation in the dressing room at one of the shows, and it was a young comedian opened up, and his mother and them came to the green room.
Now what? At the bowl or your show on the road?
On the road.
Okay,
right.
so his mom came in,
and Craig's recently lost his mom.
Okay.
So they were in there loud and talking, and the mother. And
the mom was?
Well, they were talking. The mom was talking about being a mom, and her son needs to do this because I'm your mother. I just kept hearing the word mother.
Right.
And let's cheers. Let's have it. They went and got some shots. And they more or less took over his dressing room. So the kids knew he didn't have any etiquette in that sense, and he didn't. He just. I finally had to tell him, okay, guys, we already. Thank you so much, and walk y'all out. But it's amazing how with celebrities, when people come into their dressing room, some people have a takeover attitude. Some people have an attitude that is they're invited, and they don't have a sense of
decorum.
Yeah, and
He lucky they stayed on the show. Because some big dudes will be like, yo, man, they'll be like, yo, look, get this nigga up out here.
Yeah, but he's not like that. And the kid was really fun. The kid was, the kid made me work. I was like, I gotta switch this. He was so fun. He was really talented.
Where's he from?
He's from New York, I think. His name is Matt Richards.
White guy?
Black guy.
Okay. Damn.
Okay. All right. That's the new signal.
Oh. What? New York was the signal?
No, signal of. We're talking.
Signal. Y'all ain't talking about shit.
Nothing.
Damn.
So.
Damn.
It was.
Just check the email.
You should see the look on Lewis's face. That was hysterical when I played.
Boy, this is.
Okay.
I tell you one thing. We have a real professional studio.
So how do you?
Yeah.
I was thinking.
It's the Lewis report.
No. Oh, you ready for that?
God, that's why I played it.
Oh, okay. I thought that was our little cutest.
I usually thought it came in the second half of the show.
Yeah,
but,
me too. I didn't know it came that early.
She must be bored over there.
Yeah,
be like, you know what? Time for me to start talking.
I thought she was doing the signal.
Yeah.
Like y'all need to move to another subject. But okay, all right. We need a different. Yes. Okay, all right. So hey, I guess could you do that again, please?
Yeah, and blow her ears out while you do it.
Oh no. I know what it. Okay, it's a different signal.
25% of the couples in this country.
This. She did it right. Yeah.
Okay.
Because when she plays, it's time for. Did you ever find it?
Find what?
The podcast commercial.
Oh no, I didn't make it.
So that's what she's gonna play when we need to move on. Okay, all right. So it's time for the Poetess report. Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Poetess.
Okay, so you guys heard around earlier this month that this correctional officer escaped with a prisoner.
Heavy.
Well, they were captured, and unfortunately, the corrections officer shot herself.
Yeah.
And she died. But the guy that she escaped with is being arraigned.
He's like, I ain't trying to die.
Well, she probably felt like she didn't want to go to jail because she was a corrections officer. So they probably... Well, her life would probably be hell in jail. She threw it all away for this prisoner.
I saw the news where the chief of police of that town in Alabama, where she's from, felt like she might have committed suicide because there was no way she could come back and face everybody after being in 17 years. And, here you are upstanding, at the time, I guess he said correctional officer. And then for you to do this, she was made to come back and look at everybody.
And that's exactly what she just said.
No, that's not what she said.
More or less the gist of it, but okay.
Yeah, well, I was saying more so that her time in prison.
Thank you, Poetess.
I know, I was just messing
For coming
She
from my
would
defense.
have really had to, cops. They fear jail.
Shit, now, yeah. But now female cops, they just.
But it's
for some
crazy
reason.
because this guy was crazy, one, and two, he threatened to kill his girlfriend if he ever got out of prison. He was like, "I'm in here, but if I ever get out, I'm killing you. I don't care."
Yeah.
Well, he didn't care about a lot of stuff, but she was. I mean, the emotion of love and needing somebody and being lonely and you never. I mean,
The jail.
What? That happens all the time,
Yeah,
though.
the
What?
jail thing is something else.
'Cause these dudes are
I
smooth.
used to judge until I was connected with a dude that was in jail.
and
What?
So
And
you
it was
date-
the biggest lesson of my life, never to do it again.
So you met a dude in jail?
No, I didn't
pen
meet him
pal?
in jail. He was out of jail, but he went in jail, and I stuck by
You
him.
did the time with him. How many years you do with him?
2.
And then what
Wait a
happened?
minute. So you were still with him while he was in jail?
Yes.
But you met him before you knew him before he went in.
yes.
That's different.
yeah.
But wait a minute. Were you seeing anyone else?
No.
So you.
So yeah, like Dannon said, you do time with that person, and at that time there was no cell phones, so I had to be at home when he called collect. Had to go see him all the visiting hours.
Was he in town or out of town? It was like in Palmdale
It was
somewhere?
in town.
Okay. But yours case is different. Even though you still did the time, it's different because you dated the guy.
He ended up being a fuck up. So
No kidding.
when
Yes,
he
yeah, I
went
mean-
back, that was it.
Oh,
Like,
so you stayed with him until he went back.
yeah.
But that's even kind of, come on, Poetess. You could have hollered
Yeah,
at me. I
but
could've told you
that's
that
why
way.
I said I used to judge situations
Yeah.
like that until I found myself in it. So I can almost see what happened with old girl. She's working with dude. She probably is. I wasn't lonely at the time. Dude was, cool when he was out. But she probably
Well, she
had a
wasn't- yeah.
connection with this
She
guy.
wasn't yeah, but like I said, your case is a little different because you dated a guy before he went in. But what's been happening around the country, like especially at Rikers Island, I've read, I go on YouTube and watch it.
And them niggas could write in jail.
What the sort of hell they got time to do? If all you got time to do is write poetry, yeah, you can get suckered. But they be banging the guards in Rikers Island, and these women be throwing away their life for these dudes.
It's crazy. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway,
Sad for her family.
Yeah, well, she should have thought about that.
so on to the next story. A judge, a Georgia sheriff, actually is charged with sexual battery after accusations of groping Judge Hatchett.
The black woman.
Yeah.
So what did
So
a
they
judge?
were-
Another judges?
No, a sheriff groped her.
What's her body look like? She got body?
She's
How
a
wait a minute.
beautiful
How did-
looking
how did-
woman.
How did he get that close? Yeah, how did that happen?
Well, they were at a party
Liquor. Thank you, Lou.
given by they were at a party where there was law enforcement and judges and city officials.
They're the
like
worst
that.
anyway.
They said the guy actually reached down in her blouse and grabbed her breast.
Was this a white guy?
I don't know.
Yeah, because brothers don't do stuff like that. Well, not around people.
Unless you're Cuba Gooding Jr.
Right.
Now you leave. Hey, you leave my man alone.
So wait.
He
a
was
minute.
in the
So
club.
He put his hand down her.
He put his hand down her blouse and groped her breast.
Did she have
and-
titty
The
show?
right
and
one or the left one?
Yeah, because that's important.
Why is that important?
Because if he's right-handed, that means he had to cross the right titty to get to the left one. See, because you're going to cross the body.
Depends on what side he
Right.
was on.
And if he was left-handed, he had to go this way. So he might have been trying to give her a hug and got the hand caught up in the blouse and felt the titty.
So another sheriff witnessed the situation and kind of went off on dude.
Oh,
and
Lord
he's
Jesus. He trying to get the ass, Lou.
dude is being prosecuted.
Damn. So he lost his job?
Assault.
Will he lose his job?
Of course. He said the guy said he grabbed the guy's arm and threw it off of her chest and basically said, what the fuck are you doing?
Did she know the dude?
I'm surprised she didn't react harder.
Yeah, this sound fishy here, but go ahead. I ain't gonna say it because I don't want women to call in. Well, this happens to us all the time. I don't want to hear. I ain't trying to start no trouble. So just go ahead.
Yeah, so they were at a convention, probably at a bar drinking.
Convention, Lou.
And
Liquor.
this guy, he saw his hand go down on her left breast.
Told you so. The nigga was right-handed. But the freaky part is the dude was watching.
No, he said the guy who jumped on dude and he said he had turned away real quick to look at something, and then when he turned back, dude's head was down.
I'm going to go holler at Judge Hackett, see what she look like, see if it's worth a case.
No, she's beautiful.
No, she's pretty.
Have you ever seen her?
Yeah, but
I don't like her show, but
she tried to come off like a gangster.
Beautiful sister.
Okay.
No, I don't know. Anyway, congratulations to Anthony Anderson. He just graduated from Howard.
Rude to the
It's
bruh.
Never too late.
Rude to the bruh.
It's never too late. He got a degree. He just a degree at Howard's commencement ceremony on May 7th. He is 11-time Emmy nominee. He earned a Bachelor of Fine Arts from Howard's Chadwick A. Boseman College of Fine Arts. So he said he was inspired by his son, who encouraged him to go back to school.
And I'm sure his mom will graduate next year.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Everything he does, she does. So.
Okay, so did you guys watch the Dallas Phoenix game the other night?
Yeah, when they fouled Chris Paul out in 13 minutes.
Well, you heard what happened.
Yeah, they attacked his mom and his wife in the stands. Well, a guy harassed him. Some kid.
Yeah, they said that he wanted to give them an unwanted hug or something like that. That he was trying to hug them. What is it, a young white boy?
Yeah, it's always white boys. Oh, and not really. Black people, we taking over that now, rushing the stage. But go ahead.
Okay, well, he was obviously pretty upset and claimed that, players can't yell out things to fans in the stand and they get fined, but yet fans could act however they want.
I think that players should be punished depending on the situation. So if something like that and he went up there, he shouldn't be punished. You mess with somebody's family, you shouldn't be punished for that. It's just like I don't know how you feel about this, speaking of the NBA, but I don't like when they don't, matter of fact, you're the coach, let me ask you. I don't like when they don't allow the coaches or the players to talk about how bad the referees are.
Well, because
it
would be like you said, it would be starting stuff that you don't need to start, and everyone would start saying it, and kids would start talking. I mean, they still do now, parents and everybody. Everybody talks about the ref when the things don't go their way. So,
but when it's obvious.
Well, it's everybody makes mistakes. They're human. But
some of these dudes are making a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, but it's just like players make mistakes, and you want everybody to call you out on your mistakes. I mean, the refs. That's par for the course. You got to deal with. It's just like if you.
I'm gonna tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, Louis Dix will be running for president.
No, you're in the golf. If somebody said it's an honor system there,
right?
It's an honor system.
Golf is different.
Some people don't honor it.
But the difference in golf is it's really easy to see somebody. Unless you're up on them, you may not see them move the ball. But like, you play golf?
No.
Okay. So one of my biggest pet peeves is when their ball is here. Like say their ball is here, right? And they're going to mark the ball like on the green. I'll see dudes do so they'll have a coin and they'll mark the ball and then they'll slide the coin way up there. So now they'll move the coin up about 2 inches. Then when they put the ball back down, they put the ball down like another 2 inches in front of the marker. So they don't move the marker almost 4 inches closer to the hole. I'll call them out on it. Especially if we gamble. Now, we ain't gambling. I'm just looking at you like. But the Welch guy? Who was the guy Welch, the big CEO for Ford back in the day? What was his name? Something Welch. He said he fired a dude for cheating on the golf course.
TDP would say it's your story. but yeah. So thank you for that long story again.
Thank you
again.
Damn, I'm trying to cut him down.
No,
this
go
is
ahead,
2 minutes and 30 seconds. Damn.
A few people commented on Anthony Anderson's degree. They said, "Why would he do it? He's already a millionaire. That it's useless."
There was a couple of reasons why he didn't.
No,
I do know.
It's never useless.
Yeah.
First of all, if this is something someone wants to do and puts the work in, That's an ignorant statement to say it's useless because whenever you can educate yourself in any way, it's useful.
Yes.
And he's setting it, and it's an example because the bottom line is you can't go up. Well, you can, but it's better served when you go up and talk to a group of young kids about education and you put the work in.
Yes.
You know, and it's you can say.
And there was a couple other reasons too.
Yeah, I mean, and more so,
But
there
I
are a
won't
lot
get
of
into
people.
that.
It's important to them. You know, when you're sitting in the boardroom and all the meetings he has, that everyone's dropping that I went here and I went there. He now can say, I
went to Crenshaw.
Yeah, or I went to Howard. I got my BA in Howard. You know, that's what you want to match them. It's important to match them when you're at that level because sometimes you feel inadequate. As talented as he is, he wants to complete that. He wants the full circle. He wants to improve his game. So he just can't just do layups. He wants to be able to shoot threes, want to play defense.
That's why I'm very happy that I have my master's degree.
Right. Nobody can, and it goes to the thing of saying nobody can take that from you.
They cannot take that.
They can say whatever they want about Anthony Anderson. They can't take that away.
Can't take the degree.
That's his on his wall. And
no matter how he got it.
Yeah, and when you feeling bad about yourself, when you need a pickup, you can look and say, all right, that's an accomplishment. I did that.
That's what I do. I got my master's degree right there.
Yeah, there's nothing. I don't see anything wrong with it. It might have been a lifelong goal that he was, delayed in achieving, and he finally achieved it. So
there was a few other reasons too, but
what were the other reasons?
Some fraternity reasons.
Oh, okay.
But I won't get into it. But there was
okay. That's right.
Reasons.
That's the thing that he can't talk about, but he talks about.
But anyway,
so that means Steve Harvey have to get his and stuff.
Again, I just spoke on Anthony. I'm just leaving to go.
Okay, good. All right. And DL?
Dr. Dre has just given $10 million to Compton High School Performing Arts Center that will be named in his honor. The project is a $200 million campus upgrade for Compton High School. The school's new Performing Arts Center will be named after Dr. Dre. It actually is going to be called Dr. Dre Young Performing Arts Center. The full project is funded through the school district bond measure passed 7 years ago. Drake was quoted as saying, "I was an artistic kid in school with no outlet for it. I knew I had something special to offer the world, but with nothing to support my gift. Schools left me feeling unseen." So,
Lord, he didn't write that shit.
The facility seats over 900 guests in the new campus for the 126-year-old school. Wow, who knew it was that old?
You know what this means, though? White folks moving in.
Well, it's
That's
going
what it
to
really
serve
means.
up to 1,800 students. Upgrades include a new gym, an aquatic center, a football stadium, and a track. My thing is, what about tech upgrades? Like, not everybody is striving to be an athlete.
Right.
You know, we need the technical.
Well, you said that's
technology.
Well, he does.
You said $280 million, so maybe
the
that's
theater in the arts department. That's part of that. That's the theater has to operate technically. It has to have sound. It has to have.
Yeah.
So and then
kids
have to.
I don't know all the details.
Yeah,
but,
I mean that's part of that whole renovation in the auditorium, in the theater, and the lights.
Have you ever been to Compton High?
Yeah, I've been there.
No, I've never been there.
So I mean, I think I had the opportunity of meeting Dre last Thursday. He enjoyed my set. We were at the Troubadour.
Name dropping.
We were at the Troubadour, and Craig Robinson, his band played. Too Short came on. I Thought About You.
Name dropping.
And then Dre.
Where did I miss all this shit?
Yeah. So
where was this at?
It was part of Netflix. It was at the Troubadour on West Hollywood.
Because I think Dre rarely gets out.
Yes, and he came out, and then he went on stage with Craig, and he came to me and said, "Man, your stuff's really funny, man. It's nothing funnier than them saying, man, just keep doing what you're doing." I've been doing it for 40 years.
Yeah, Dre, why don't you support one of these independent filmmakers? I'd love to have that.
Yeah, so he actually told Craig that. Craig's like, "Man, you should have spit something on the mic." He's like, "I would have if we had rehearsed." Yeah. So he was he was into it. I was watching him. He was really into, because he's an artist, so he's into music. So it was really. Craig was really happy with it. It made him feel good, and Dre was really nice, and he sat on a row up in the balcony, and it was really funny because his people came early, and they marked off those seats, and only Too Short could sit there, but he could only have one guest with him. I didn't get it. One security sat on one side, one security sat on the other side, and Dre and his person, the woman he was with, sat there, and then.
You know what? But Too Short never rolls with a big entourage. It's either him and a date or him and a homie.
Yeah, it
I've
was him and a
never
homie.
seen Too Short roll with a lot of people.
He a Bay Area dude. Them dudes ain't scared of all that.
Right, so he usually rolls with a date or, with one of his boys.
Because Code 3 was sitting there and they tried to make her move and then she flashed the badge and that stuff on her.
Oh, so that's how you got there, Code 3?
Shot that bad. Look, hey, I'm
Okay,
legit.
so
Just-
everyone has heard, I guess he became kind of more popular in his death, but Kevin Samuels
Sad.
has died.
I had never heard of him.
Man, I feel
Seriously?
so bad. Oh, man. Look
I
at
had
him.
never heard of him.
Wow.
Wow, I've heard of him. Sad.
So the day he died.
Now, first of all, tell for the other people, it's people out there who don't know him either, I'm sure. So
well,
who is he?
they call him,
Relationship guru.
a relationship expert on YouTube, and a lot of the thing was a lot of women were going in on this guy.
Let's make it specific. A lot of black women.
Well, that's who he talked about.
Well, you just said women. So I just said make it
They're
specific.
still
black
women.
Why are you shaking your head like that?
Because it's
I
like,
mean, I'm sure it's some white women that went in on
Well,
too.
it was just...
So let's stop putting everything on the black woman.
yeah,
It's
right.
women.
And who was he always downing? Black women.
Was he downing them or was he answering their questions that they called in on?
I didn't listen.
Because you didn't heard, if you haven't heard them, then you got to know. You better know the whole story.
I
before
heard
you-
it.
I heard a little
I'm
clip.
like a lot of people. Heard a few clips and was like, I'm cool on this dude, and that was it. I didn't
agree
wish
with a
him,
lot.
I didn't wish no. I don't wish death on nobody. I don't wish nothing on that brother or his family. But the thing too is, it's funny about like how many men are coming out against the women that are speaking down on him.
No,
but
the
they
men are
didn't
not coming
come-
out against the
they
women.
didn't
The
come
women
to the
are
women's
speaking on the men.
defenses.
No, let's keep it. You got to tell the story the way it is, Poetess. The women are going at the men who are saying it's a shame that people are celebrating his death. That's, you got to keep, I mean, we're going to have a show and we're going to talk about this situation. At least be real about it, because it's not about men going on the women. It wasn't about that. It was men online from T.I. and a lot of celebrities and other men. So it just ain't the average everyday dude. It's everybody. They're upset to see how people are celebrating his death because he gave brass. I don't agree with everything he said, but he gave hard feedback from two women. He says you don't know anything about him, that would call in and ask his opinion on things. So let's keep that 100. Men were not mad at women. Women were upset with men for saying it's sad that he died.
But I understand. I heard that when he first started, he used to go at men.
He did.
But then they said the clicks weren't enough. So then when he started going at women, he got more clicks. And I understand also. I mean, I don't know. I'm just, what I'm hearing is that he died with some white woman. And
No, it was a Mexican chick, but this is a
did
post.
you just say it was?
But let's stay on that point what you just said though real quick, because see that's the hypocrisy of what's happening in our community. Because Poetess Poetess, you just got on me and said, well, what do you mean black women, blah blah blah. But the truth of the matter was what you just said. He was doing this first in riding men, and nobody had an issue with it. And then he changed it, because like you said, he saw women. I'm not getting as much attention as it is dogging men. He went at women, then it was an issue. So I mean, keep it 100.
It wasn't an issue. He got popular from doing
Well, yeah,
that.
but
Right.
still.
But here's a post that Earthquake posted. I don't think he reposted this from someone
I knew
else,
it must
and
be
I
on-
thought it was
on your side.
interesting. You know,
It's evidently that's. He's just,
No, I just don't like. I'm serious. Go ahead, just read it.
It has been confirmed that Kevin Samuels is indeed deceased. He died from cardiac arrest at his apartment yesterday morning, whenever that was. A woman he had just met and spent the night with made the 911 call after he collapsed on top of her shortly after complaining about chest pains. Kevin Samuels died twice divorced, single, and figuratively alone. Pointing out the irony in Kevin Samuels' death is to remind us to be mindful of the energy we put out, but it's also to remind us to take anyone and anything. It also reminds us to take anyone and anything that ranks our value as human beings with a grain of salt. Only people who feel small put others down. Lastly, the irony of it all reminds us to examine whose messages we are attracted to and why. Make sure the hurt and the bitterness in you is simply familiar and comfortable with the hurt and bitterness in them. And again, there is nothing comical about or worth celebrating in this man's passing. He was human and somebody loved him. May he rest in peace and may his family find comfort and strength. A lot of us do follow people and let them have that much impact on our lives. Like nothing he could say would really kind of offend me because he don't have that much power over me.
Go ahead, I'll let you finish.
No, I'm finished.
Was it power or was it people? See, I'm just confused.
No, but you got to respect.
No, okay, you just
if people say that they have power, what they feel, that's how they feel. So
right.
That's how they
felt.
My
point, right? That's what they felt. But when I'm asking the question or making a statement, this was a person. See, we're talking about his energy and everything like that, right? And you know what you speak and blah blah blah, and how he did, and it's funny how everybody's when they're quoting him, they're quoting what happened. He twice divorced, this. Just want to make sure that they put everything out there about him. Let me finish. But no one is saying what you just said. No one is making mention that this man was going at black men for a long time. And no one makes mention of that. No woman is up to saying, well, yes, he did do. He switched it up because he knew that the narrative in terms of financially getting gains and likes was going to be more if he spoke about women. But that still doesn't mean he didn't talk about men. So it's killing me, not killing me, but it just makes me kind of see the hypocrisy in.
But it's not hypocrisy because simple fact is that he talked about men.
If
for
you
a minute,
agree with him, women are going to look at you like you. Someone said to me, "Oh, so your leader died." Like, how rude was that?
Well, okay, no, but see, what I'm saying is that's the energy, like Earthquake said, that he's creating. He's the thing that you said about twice divorced, that's what he was saying about women. He was saying if you're divorced, if you're 35, if you're this, you're that. So the same thing that people are saying, the same thing that people are saying about him, he said about them.
Right.
So that's the energy that's being received.
Let me ask you a question, though, because that seems to be the one post, and maybe it's because maybe it was his last post that everybody's talking about. If you're 35 and blah, blah, blah. But did you ever
your waist?
Okay, did you ever watch
Get
that?
your leftovers.
And I'm not saying,
your leftovers.
And I said it before that I didn't agree with everything. Me, or a lot of people didn't. But did you ever go back and look at some of the things and some of the shows that he has?
No, but what I'm saying
No,
is
I'm asking you that question
But
first.
what I'm saying is that
Did you ever go back and look at other shows, Lou?
No.
Okay, so let's.
But no, I'm just commenting on the word of the. I'm not commenting on. I'm just commenting on the word, saying the word that a woman over 35 is a leftover. That's negative. Okay. So that's the same negative of him twice divorced, dying alone.
I want to watch that post. I have to see it because someone had told me and I didn't see it. There was more context there that was kind of left out, and it was like this clip of it was taken, but not everything that was. So I'm going to look at. Not that it matters.
It's just
it doesn't matter.
Again, it goes back to you reap what you sow. It is, that's why that's why we as comics, you have to be careful of your words because your words, because you think through your words.
I do.
All right. So it's important.
But I also think about what people, I'm also a thinker and you're a thinker too, that when people say things, like no disrespect to Poetess, but when I said to her, well, black women, it was like, well, this and that. And then she went in and said everything about what people said, but no one was really talking about really what the truth of the matter was, which was people called him for advice. I'm not saying he did it the right way. His decorum was correct. I'm not saying that by any means, and nor did I agree with everything he said. But you call in, it's like you said, you come on stage, you get what is there. But no one ever mentioned that this man for at least a year or two did nothing but talk about men.
No, people mention it.
But
they mentioned it enough to where he talked more about women. So that's going to be because he might have talked about men for less than a year, then he jumped right to women.
So was he doing it for the gram, so to speak?
Yes, he was doing it to make a living.
Because he felt like it didn't, I'm trying to help these dudes or these guys, but that didn't work for me. Let me go on to something that does work for me.
And he did help a lot of women. A lot of women said he did.
Okay, but the bottom line is the thing is he was doing it for to make money and make a living.
Okay.
That's what he was doing.
Okay.
That was his hustle.
Rush Limbaugh, Howard Stern.
That's their hustle.
I'm giving an example. Yes, go ahead.
That's their hustle.
Okay.
So that was his hustle.
Right.
So some people are going to like it, some people are not going to like it, some people are going to say, hey, go call him out on it.
And he may have had valid points. It's not saying that he didn't have valid points.
He had a lot of valid points, but people don't do the thing about us as a community, and sometimes women, when you speak the truth, and I said sometimes this way nobody won't get mad. I just said us.
No, but you said our community.
Well, I'm talking about black people though. I'm not. I understand white people, but I'm talking about. See, that's another thing. We always want to say other people. I'm talking about us specifically.
Right, but that's the problem. We are people.
We are people.
Right. So we're not, and this is how I look at it.
Okay,
it's not.
But he mostly spoke. Most people. Let's put it this way. Most of the people that called in were African American women. Let's just put it that way. Okay.
I don't know.
I'm telling you what I'm telling you, Lou.
All right.
But so what I'm saying is, the problem with us as a people, or people in general as a society, is that when it comes down to hearing things that are sometimes the truth, so this way I would say, Poetess said some of the things were valid, we are uncomfortable with hearing it. So it's better for us to either sweep it under the rug or attack
No,
that
but when you
person.
say truth is sprinkled amongst other people.
Valid points.
But everybody who's listening, the certain truth that you say he's speaking doesn't land on everyone.
And that's the greatest point I'm trying to make. When you go to church, Lou, sometimes you can go to church in the best mood. I mean, going to church feeling good, want to praise God. And the pastor starts talking about something, and it's about, I know you're struggling out here, and blah, blah, blah. And this person's not feeling nothing. Why? Because it ain't pertaining to him. It may be down for the guy 4 rows down, 2 seats over. Right. So how can people, if you're looking at it and it's not pertaining to you, don't take it so literally. Like you just said, don't give them the power. And if I'm worrying about how my friend's going to feel, I'm going to tell them the same. Well, look, girl, don't look at him, girl, if you want to feel that way. But no one's saying that.
But that's human nature.
But
everybody's not equipped.
Quake and them, people like that are not posting those type of posts if they did not read all the negativity that was going at them. You're not posting like it. T.I. even says, I'm like, man, why people celebrating his death?
And someone also made the point that rappers make music that degrade women all the time, but there's no outrage. There's nobody saying cancel them or, wishing death on them.
You know why? Because they're just saying something about them, but rappers are not sitting there telling them about you dealing with a guy having 3 kids, and then you want to date a dude that is making $150,000, $250,000 and want to know why he doesn't want to deal with you. That's what they don't want to hear.
Well, he's not evidently twice.
No. I'm talking about. See, it don't make. But see, Lou, chopping them up don't make a difference.
No, but he's chopping other people up.
No, I'm going back off of what Poetess just said.
Right,
see,
but what I'm saying is that if he's going to do some chopping, people can chop back at him.
Yeah, but the problem is in our society is we feel like this. Put it this way: you have kids, right?
Yeah.
How many kids you have, Lou? 2. Okay, so if you tell your kids, hey, I'm going shopping, don't nobody eat the cake, be right back. Right? And then you come back and the cake is gone. And you stand on them and you go, yo, who ate the motherfucking cake? I did that. Why did you eat the cake? Blah, 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 blah. I told you not to eat the cake. And then your son goes, yeah, but she drank the milk. You ain't talking about the milk. You're talking about the cake. So what we have been doing is, because this dude was talking about certain situations, we're going now in his past, twice divorced, this and that. Oh, he was with a woman he just met. Don't make a difference. The man had a platform.
Yeah, but it does make a difference because he's basing it because he's coming from that point of view of twice divorced, not married. Okay. That's his.
And that point of view is probably why he was feeling like he could help women understand how to be and what kind of man to look out for. I don't think the brother was. I'm not saying he was the best, but I don't think he was out there spitefully trying to hurt women. I just don't believe. I
think he was doing what he had to do to get his hustle on.
That too.
And respect to him. I wish him. You
can't wish him. No, he died.
And that's what somebody said, that it's going to be rough if you get to heaven and God's a woman.
And you know what? But the funny thing is, like somebody told me today, which was really interesting, a very educated person. I would not say it, but he said to me, women now, in some cases, are not going to have someone that's going to be really telling them the truth.
That's crazy.
It sounds crazy, but y'all follow Oprah. Come on, bro. You act like it hasn't happened on the other side, though, Lou. It's almost like you.
I'm not.
I'm just got a lady and all that. You got to be careful.
No, I'm just saying that he said. What he just said, the educated person, that there's going to come where people aren't going to tell women the truth.
Yes.
Those are going
Or
to
they're not going to have anybody to tell them the truth.
If you have someone who loves you and cares for you, they're going to tell you the truth. Somebody on the radio doesn't have to tell me the truth.
Lou.
Hopefully you
Lou
have
and
people in
Poetess,
your
y'all
life.
both know that unfortunately and fortunately, that society it's just like talk shows or it's like daytime shows where people live through their lives through these shows. We have to understand that people do.
No, I'm not saying they don't, but what I'm saying is that before you get to the shows, there are people, before you even able to turn on a radio show or a TV show, you've had experience and people in your life, in your real life, who have told you certain things. Mm-hmm. So that's before we even watch the TV show.
I just think we need to be more, because I tend to think a lot of people are followers, and we do have to be careful about who we follow.
Yes.
That's really it. Because it's okay. Look, not everybody can be a leader. Let's just keep it 100. Not everybody can be a leader. They don't have that personality. A lot of people can't deal, like when you talked about death, finding a way to get themselves out of a situation. Sometimes they need that assistant or they need someone to help lead them. So you're right. You have to be careful, but you can't get upset.
Just like the cult leaders.
Yeah,
they're just like so people are so easily to follow them off the cliff.
Right. But but if you have someone that you feel like is not saying what you want, then just don't listen to them.
Well, the other side to this is the woman that was with him that night. She's being harassed, like she can't live her life, like people.
And that's me.
She had to close down her Instagram. She's pleading with people to leave her alone.
And why are they attacking them? Attacking her? Why?
I don't know.
Because she was there. Doesn't
not only
matter.
that,
because she was there.
Not only because she was there, but because they didn't like him.
No, I mean, it could be, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so people in the chat room, Lewis, are saying that there was a time that you were real critical of women too. So
I was very critical, but hey, I was critical of what part of the women, about what, and then I made it clear why I was, and from my experience, and it was based on, please, thank you, excuse me, certain things that when I talked about the woman who were having kids out of wedlock.
What was it, Diamond Double D?
She was nasty.
I mean, but think about it.
She was nasty.
But let me say something to you. And that's why people are saying probably what they're saying in the chat room, because you said things that was probably truthful. But let me finish. You said things that probably were truthful or valid, like the word that Poetess used, but it didn't maybe come off across as you were still being kind of considerate to their feelings. That's all this brother did. This man was informing women. It's like this. Okay, let's put it this way. Here's the difference between women and men. And if I'm lying, just tell me I'm lying. A man can make $150,000 a year, $200,000 a year, go into a Starbucks, see a bad chick behind the counter, and take her out, and hook up with her and date her. A woman making $250,000 a year is not going to go in Starbucks, see a dude, and give him an opportunity.
Well, it depends.
Ain't no depends.
Well, the correctional officer.
It depends. I mean, it depends on what the guy looks like.
Let's keep it 100 though.
Yeah, but if the guy's handsome,
some women that have money, they don't need money. They need something else from a man.
But most women don't want to date a man that don't have anything, because what do most women say they need? Security. And most times, like an old head told me one time, he said, Dannon, when you get with a woman, you got to be able to make sure you can take care of her without a job. I said, well, if you date her, she has a job. He said, that's the point. He said, most of the time, when a woman gets in a relationship, depending on her situation, she's going to have a career change. You got to be able to finance that situation in time.
Well, part of it is the way we were conditioned.
See, but who's conditioned you?
Society.
See, so then why are men? We're not the ones that caused it. But am I right about that?
No, we caused it.
No, we caused some, but the women caused a lot too.
No, man.
What did we cause?
Man, let's go all the way back. Women couldn't vote. Women couldn't do certain things.
Okay.
We
talk about now.
I'm just saying. Did we go again? It didn't cause it, but we've caused a lot of these women to feel the way they feel.
Okay, so now when a woman makes $250,000 a year, she feels that she shouldn't date nobody that doesn't make the same amount of money.
She gets to feel any way she wants to.
Exactly. So you can't get mad if you meet a dude that's making $70,000 and then you get on these shows like Kevin Samuels used to do and go, well, he'll tell you what's wrong. Well, I got a man. Well, how much you make? He only makes $70,000. And Kevin would say stuff like, so. And the point is, well, I need a man on this and this. That's where all of this came from. And if I'm lying, you can just go back.
Well, that's that particular individual woman.
But see, you're saying the particular individual woman, Lou, but you got millions of women mad at this dude or upset with him because of looking at an individual case.
And they have the right to be mad at him.
No, they have the right to look to see if it refers to them.
No,
they could be mad. No, I'm saying
they
could be mad, but they also have the right to say, does this even refer to me?
Yeah, but that's why he was making his money, because they would get mad. If they didn't get mad and didn't have a problem with it, they wouldn't click on.
Right. So then I don't understand why they're celebrating in his death.
Well, that's what some people do.
It's just a contradiction.
Caller. Who is this?
Lou, what's happening? It's Big J in Dallas. How you doing, man?
What's up, Big J?
What up, Jay?
Hey, man, keeping out of trouble. I'm going to just throw my little 2 cents in here, man. And I'll be real honest with you. I think the real gift that Kevin Samuels played was articulating a voice and a perspective that otherwise had not been added to the metaverse. Those of us who have many of these more conservative opinions are a little frustrated with the state of African-American relationships, the state of the African-American community. He was articulating positions that he had thought out from his perspective. Now, that said, I didn't agree with everything that Kevin said. I didn't disagree with everything that he said. But what I do think where his value is the fact that we're able to continue to have these conversations comfortably about topics that were avoided by so many leaders and voices in our community. Nobody was talking robustly about the state of male-female relationships. Nobody was talking about the denigration of the African-American image in social media. Nobody was doing that. Nobody was championing and advocating for more black marriages outside, specifically the dangers of single-parent households, the challenges that are facing our children, the actual outcomes, the way that he was. And yes, he could be abrasive. Yes, he could be annoying. But he could also be funny. He could also be silly. He could also be frivolous. So the man left a legacy. We're here talking about him after he passed for a reason. And whether you agreed with his content or not, whether you were a fan or supportive or not, you knew something before he left. His name was Kevin Samuels. He stood, he shared his truth, and I think the community is better for his perspective. Now, you don't have to go buy his books or his merch or whatever if you didn't want to. That man did fine during his life. But I don't think any of us should be criticized the fact that he found a way to make money in a difficult and challenging world. All of us should be celebrating the fact that he figured out a way to make something out of his life and his experience. And he didn't arm twist, hustle, or con anybody into supporting his content.
Jay,
I'm grateful to have enjoyed the man for while he was here. I wish him and his family peace and healing in this difficult time. I know he had a daughter and a family that loved him and a lot of fans, and I wish them the best, because I don't think that he'll be replaced anytime soon.
Jay, can I ask you a question?
What up, man?
2 questions, brother. One is this. You said something about he didn't hustle people. Now, it's funny, we didn't get this kind of wrath with that one guy who was married, the one brother that came from the spiritual part, and then you remember the one with his girl with the bonnet? You remember that? We didn't hear half the wrath, and this dude was telling women all this stuff and doing and tearing his relationship up with his wife terribly, right? And then the other question. Go ahead. You can talk about that first.
Let's take them one at a time, because I don't want to lose anything.
Okay, so talk about that. I'm just, go ahead. What do you feel about that situation in terms of how he was perceived and then how Kevin is perceived?
I think it was the real challenge of Brother Jackson was he was disingenuous.
That's what I'm saying.
He pretended to be the loving wife, husband. He pretended to be an all-American family man. He pretended to be something that he wasn't. And then, all things done in dirt will come to light. Right. Now, that said... But
were you surprised people didn't go after him like they're doing Kevin? Because he had a lot of followers.
I think there were people that went after him, those who were especially sensitive to that level of hypocrisy, and there were those that were willing to forgive. I mean, Marion Barry did crack while he was the mayor of D.C.
Hey, man, don't talk about my boy. That was my boy.
After he came out. So there are people that are willing to forgive just because they like the message, whether or not he was actually living that truth.
Right.
And then, I don't know that they're directly
related,
comparable, because I don't believe Kevin was doing anything that was totally out of character.
Right. And then what do you think about, the last question I have for you is the fact that, and Lewis brought this up earlier, so I wanted to get your take on it. You know, like you said, he had his fan base, he had his audience, and he was really trying to bring light, which I believe he was trying to do, to relationships between black men and black women. But when he was first started off and he was mostly dealing with black men, do you think there's a hypocrisy here where black women weren't complaining about the fact that he was dogging black men out? They were agreeing with that. But then when he went and reversed it, you know, probably for business purposes, like Lewis said, all of a sudden he became this villain.
I think it was a marketing strategy, and I think it was masterful. He did the exact same thing from both perspectives. He was shining light on on weakness in the African American community. To do so towards men on YouTube or Instagram, which are heavily dominated male spaces. Remember, he began on YouTube posting those videos 4 or 5 years ago. That content wasn't consumed because males weren't looking for advice on how to be more masculine.
Right.
They weren't looking for that. When he started calling it out from a different perspective, after really receiving the feedback, what he was saying is there are lots of working class, average men who are good men, good-hearted. They don't have a bunch of kids. They're not out here fathering children outside of wedlock. They're not, they're middle-class, good men that are being overlooked by women. And he began by asking men to step it up. But after doing that for so long, he realized the problem isn't men being men, it's that average women don't want average men. And so he pivoted the argument to focus on women and their expectations. And because women are emotional, that drew tons and tons of attention. Well, even criticism on YouTube drives algorithms.
Right.
And so immediately he began to see a surge in his popularity and following. Now, some of that was because there were men that wanted to hear women get theirs too. They were tired of being denigrated and demonized and castigated in female spaces. But there were also women that wanted the thoughts and opinions of a man who had an in into successful men. Mm-hmm. And so there was a tremendous market for his content, and he was very successful during his life at articulating his opinions, connecting other content creators, building a conversation around things that he thought were important in helping to build black families. And while he may have said things at times that were controversial, or particularly if you only listen to him in sound bites, if you listen to his content throughout, what you heard was a man who was really a call to arms that we need to heal the black family. Okay. That's really the core of it. We need men to step up. We need women to step up, and both of them commit to raising children and building communities. And I think that's going to be much of his legacy.
Okay.
Anyway, I've run my mouth long enough. I just wanted to...
Thank you, Jay.
I'm enjoying the conversation. I'm going to go pour myself a little glass of something good. Y'all have a great afternoon.
All right, brother.
All right. Big Jay is pulling
Appreciate you, Jay.
So he's an alcoholic.
He's an alcoholic. He's drinking. Well, no, he's in Dallas. So right now it's about 2:00. So he's allowed.
No, I'm just kidding.
Thank
you, Jay.
Thank you, Jay.
Man.
Don't
Smart
drive.
Man.
Don't drink and drive.
Smart man.
But what do you think?
I'm done with Kevin Sanders.
It's done because it was articulated in a great way.
We don't need to, again. That's what I'm saying about going too long. We've got it.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't need to discuss him anymore.
No problem.
My man Jay gave us a great point.
Thank you, Jay.
And everyone can sit up and make up their mind, because I'm not here to convince you to think either way. And we've spent way too much time on Kevin Sanders. I wish him. Well, I can't wish.
Keep wishing him the best, Lou. Like he ain't got no way to wish.
Was that it on your Poetess report?
That's it.
Lord have mercy.
Lord, you started it, Poetess.
It was funny because I was Code 3 had did some laundry, and she put my hat on the bed. And
Why you call it Code 3?
Just go with it, because that's her name.
Okay, Code 3. No, I don't want to know her name. I just was wondering why you call it Code 3. Like there's a lot of different codes. Like there's a 10-4, good buddy.
She's a police officer.
Oh, okay.
That's what she does.
Code 87? 187?
No, Code 3, because if something happens, she's coming Code 3.
Okay. So Code 3 is what you use to get an officer.
That's
sirens.
Her alias.
Yeah, that's when you see sirens.
He don't want people all in his business calling.
Why you shaking your head like you mad over something? I just asked a question.
I'm answering your question.
Oh, for him.
For him.
Yeah, that's
Whenever
the black
you
woman.
see sirens flying, they're rolling Code 3.
Okay. Thank you, POTUS.
I was gonna, and she threw my hat on the bed, and I told her, hey, that's bad luck. She didn't know that.
Is it bad luck to throw your hat on the bed?
What
Put your-
superstition is that?
Yeah.
You guys never heard of that?
I have never, and I heard it's bad for a woman
Okay,
to put her
wait.
purse.
Back up. Slow down.
Uh-oh.
Lewis, you're superstitious.
Yes, I put my left shoe on first all the time.
Wow.
I do not
That's
put my right
crazy.
shoe.
Now I
put
know
my
women
left-
say that it's not good to put their purse on,
Well, that was
on the
one.
ground.
That's one. You're not supposed to put your purse on the floor.
Okay.
So wait, first let's start with this. You never
Don't
heard
walk
about
under a ladder.
Yeah, you've never
Yeah.
heard about putting your hat
Never.
on the
This
bed
Friday is the
or
13th.
a table. Don't put your hat on the table.
Never. I heard that just decorum that you ain't supposed to put your hat on the table. Not that it's something bad.
Yes,
I mean, you don't put your hat on the table when you're eating.
Black cat walking in front of you. Okay, that's one. Did you know about that one?
Yeah, but I don't like nobody black looking walking in front of me, though.
And also about the woman. Yeah, you gotta make. If you put your purse on the floor, it means you're gonna be broke.
Okay, what's the other one?
What?
Is it superstitious?
Splitting
or
a pole.
Yeah, I was
splitting
gonna
a
say,
pole.
right. I remember that one. But how about this one? Is this a superstition or just a decorum? Like if a man and woman to walk on the street, you don't let your woman walk.
Yeah, you're on the outside.
You don't let you walk. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to walk on the outside.
Now you know why they say that, right?
Yeah, that's from back in the day when
A
they
pimping.
No.
Oh, see, I heard it was that if you got your woman out on the outside, it's like you showcasing her.
No,
so you ain't
back
supposed
in
to.
back
what
in
is
the
it?
day when they used to throw garbage out the window in the times. So what happens, the garbage would hit the man and not the woman. That's why you had to
You mean
walk
in the
on.
car or out
No,
the window?
out the window. People used to throw
Wait a
their
minute.
garbage out the window.
But then you would hit the woman first.
No,
because she's on the inside.
She's on the inside. The garbage, you would throw the garbage on the outside to the street. You would heave it out on the street. That's why.
Next time I'll go out with a girl I don't like.
No, I mean that's just a,
Yo, my
you know,
man,
and
we'll be by that window in about 2 minutes.
and so I'm trying to think what of other superstitions.
There was one I remember. Don't make love with your socks on.
Really?
Nah, I just made that shit up.
Okay. I was about to say.
What, you have any poetess? You don't know any?
I'm not a superstitious person. I think a lot
No?
of that stuff is stupid.
Really?
Yeah. It's only you bring it to life when you give energy to it. So if you think
Like
it's
everything.
bad luck to put a hat on the bed, you're gonna be every little thing that happens that day.
What
you're
happens?
gonna feel
Yeah, what
it.
happens with
Friday-
the,
It's bad luck because you put your hat on
Friday
the
the
bed.
13th.
Yep, that's this Friday.
Oh, is that this Friday?
Yep.
Okay.
I always
breaking
find
a
that
mirror.
I get money on Friday the 13th. That's been a money day for me for some reason.
Okay,
Well, I was sure out of
breaking
town.
a mirror.
I heard that one.
Black cat crossing in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Black cats are beautiful.
They actually are.
Blessing a sneeze. I never heard
That-
that one.
I heard
that's
holding
bad
his
luck.
knees. Why is that? God bless you.
They say blessing a sneeze is a reflex to bless someone after it's become a reflex to bless someone after a sneeze. Little do you know, you would be saving them from damnation.
What?
This custom or
Who wrote that one up? Some white guy that ain't have shit to do for the day.
Crossing your fingers.
I can't believe you're superstitious.
I'm not superstitious like that.
Okay, you said walking under. A
It's
ladder.
funny because someone put can't buy nothing after 5. My father used to always say that.
Can't buy nothing.
Yeah, my father used to always say, if I ask him for some money, it's after 5. I can't do
That's a hustle. Keep that money out your pocket. Okay, well, what about the other one
Birthday
then?
candle wishes.
Not wearing white after Memorial Day.
After
Is that-
That's
is
not
that-
a superstition.
I mean, Labor Day.
That's a fashion. No, for some reason.
knocking on wood. People do that. You say you knock
I do
on
that
wood.
before. What's the superstition about that? What's wrong with it?
No, it's just that's part of the superstition.
Oh.
When you say something, you say knock on wood. So opening umbrellas indoors. You did not do that.
Yeah, now that one I did hear.
The
I've
old
done
heads.
all of
Yeah.
which is big. I've opened umbrellas indoors. I may have broken a mirror.
But the elders yell
But
at
if you think, okay, I broke a mirror, I'm gonna have 7 years of bad luck. You bringing that on yourself by even thinking that.
Okay. Finding a penny. That's always supposed to be good luck.
If it's heads, though,
But
right?
now you don't pick it up because
He
of
said
COVID.
if his head.
Oh, is it supposed to be heads?
Yeah, if it's tails, I ain't picking it up. You know it's got a problem.
Okay. I didn't know that. Spilling salt. Okay.
I know one that's a bad one, superstition.
What?
Blowing out candles without making a wish.
Yeah, it said that. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. You got to make a wish. If you blow out the candles without a wish, man, I don't know.
Okay, toasting with water.
I heard that one.
What's that?
That
when
one's
people
kind of
toast, you
odd.
can't
That
toast.
one is kind of odd to me. Like when
Yeah, why
people
we-
toast with water.
Wait a minute. The question is, why do people toast with liquor? That should be the question.
I don't
So they
know.
call it bad karma since the ancient Greeks.
I heard don't buy a man shoes.
Don't
'Cause
buy a
he'll
man
walk
shoes.
out of your life.
Hilarious.
I heard that one before. I heard that one. I thought that was like a
Oh,
joke.
really?
More.
Yeah, and the Chinese or Asians say it's bad luck to buy someone a watch. I heard that one.
Like you may burn the rice.
Rabbit's foot. Rabbit's foot.
Da 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 da.
And that joke was that it's not lucky for the rabbit.
Oh yeah. Now the rabbit foot one. I remember one time I was praying to find a rabbit. I had a rabbit foot for a while. Didn't sanitize. I let it dry
You had
out.
a real rabbit
I had a
foot?
real
You
rabbit
chopped
foot.
the foot
No,
off
I didn't chop it
yourself?
off. I don't know how I got it, but I had a real rabbit
Okay,
foot.
first of all, you found the rabbit's real foot and you
This is
picked
no
it
lie.
up?
In Philadelphia, yeah. Because I had a rabbit foot. I had it was dried up and I had a rabbit foot. Surprised I ain't died.
Stepping on the crack.
Oh yeah, I heard that one before.
Break your mama's back.
Hilarious. Breaking a wishbone.
Never heard that one.
We never mess with our food like that. Horseshoes.
Never heard that one.
4-leaf clovers. I've heard of that.
I never found a 4-leaf clover.
Bad things happen in threes. And we know.
Yeah, now that's true. I don't know if it's a superstition, but that's something that really happens. Anytime someone dies, they say like it's gonna be,
Yeah, who's going next?
But it really should be probably who you know, right? Because you know someone passes all the time. So
Now, bird poop brings good luck.
no, I heard if you have a bird poop on your shoulder, it's supposed to be good luck. That's right. But it's supposed to be your right shoulder or something, right?
I didn't know.
No, does it say it there?
See, so here it says right here, hats on the bed bring bad luck.
Because
The origin of this one is a little unclear.
Someone in the chat room said, "Don't shake hands with strangers."
Well, then how do you... that doesn't make sense.
Yogi fish.
Dead man's hand. It's considered bad luck in poker to be dealt a 2-pair hand consisting of black 8s and black aces.
yeah, I don't know. I play poker. Pocket 8s ain't bad to have.
Bananas on a boat are unlucky.
Damn.
Oh wow.
Why? Because the monkeys attacked the boat?
I don't know. That's crazy. Wishing on the shooting star. I've done that.
I've never done that one.
I don't know what that means. Bringing old dish clothes to a new home is bad luck.
I heard bringing old clothes.
Dishcloths.
I heard bringing like dirty clothes into a new home was supposed to be not. I heard you ain't supposed to take nothing from your old spot dirty into your new home. But
Really?
then that's something like that about it's supposed to make your home dirty or some shit. I don't know. I haven't moved in a while.
That's crazy. I mean, but some people really. I know I'm weird that way with my left shoe, and sometimes
So
I
you
catch
really
myself.
do you really put your left shoe on before your right shoe?
Yep, and I tie my left shoe.
How do
before I
you
tie
do
my
that,
right
though?
shoe. I just don't put it. I just for some reason when I'm getting ready to put my shoes on, I put my left shoe.
Does it
on
go?
first.
What does it happen without you thinking about it, or do you have you ever grabbed the right shoe? So no.
Yep, I've grabbed the right shoe and then
Damn, dude.
I actually one time put it on and took it off.
This nigga here. This motherfucker here. Hey, can you hurry up? I gotta take my shoes off. Wow, I put the wrong one on first.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird, but I also will-
Okay, there's another one.
What?
Baseball players when they leave the field, they can't. They got to jump over. They don't step on the line.
Line, yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's that they don't. Yeah, they got a lot. Well, baseball players got a lot of.
They got a lot of superstitions.
Yeah, athletes got a lot of superstitions. So, okay, so, and also I was thinking, my buddy met a girl.
Was it a girl?
I guess, but he was talking about how he really likes her, and if he met her. He's only known her 2 weeks.
Damn. Okay, how old is he first? Give me age.
Oh, he's about 50 something. You know.
Okay, and the girl?
Yeah, she's around that age.
Okay, go ahead.
So it was just weird because I was thinking, like, he says, I think she really likes me.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, how do you know? And he was saying, like, she was, I can't wait to see you, handsome. And
The new stuff.
yeah, and I was just wondering, how do you know? Like, Poetess, do you know when a guy, what are some of the signs that a guy likes you? Or
That they are consistent and that they do what they say.
Is this in the beginning or throughout though?
Throughout. It
Okay.
has to be throughout because guys will say anything in the beginning.
just to get some?
Right.
Um,
But if they remain consistent with what they say and I think men show it more than they say it.
Is it easier to realize a man likes you or a woman likes you, man?
I think it's easier to realize a woman likes you.
Why? I mean, what could tell? What are some of the signs?
Well, for me, it's not only calling, but when I'm out, because I'm a touchy feely type of dude. So I like to hold hands and shit like that. So if I'm with a babe and chick and she likes to hold hands something like that, then I know she's feeling me.
Okay, holding hands.
Well, yeah, because I'm like, if we're gonna, I don't believe in that, that all this 90-day rule shit. You know how you gotta do all these things. If you like a person, you like them. So I'm testing the waters to see, and if they hit.
How do you initiate a kiss nowadays? Do you ask? Do you what is that?
Hug them around their waist and pull them in.
That's
what I do.
The vibe.
The vibe.
Yeah.
The vibe. No, but how'd you generate it though?
Yeah. Do you think more? Do you think it's nowadays?
It's harder.
I think more women. You as a man, you wait till the woman.
You have to.
Because you can't kiss.
Somebody said, "Buy me a dub sack."
A dude or a girl?
Me. Buy me.
Buy you a dub sack.
That shows that you like.
Yeah. How you know Poetess like this? She smoked up all my weed last night.
Yeah. That's a gift to her.
That's a gift to her.
Here's that eighth.
Yeah, here's that eighth.
You give her an eighth. She's like, all right.
I love weed gifts.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I got something for you, Poetess. I don't even like you, but I got something for you.
Oh, okay. You don't like me?
No, I like you. I'm playing with you. But I got something for you, though. I got to bring it.
It's got seeds in it. That's how you know they don't like you.
And they got, hey, that's funny. That's funny. How you know a woman don't like you? Nigga, she gave me a whole.
Yeah. Some bammer.
Yeah.
Hey, remember that back in the day? Oh, that used to be the fun part of smoking weed, though. You had to spend it, and you have a whole conversation while you're trying to get the seeds out. Yeah, nigga, so we said.
Oh, the shoebox top.
Yeah, the shoebox is figgling down.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this though about. That's a real interesting question. How do you initiate a kiss these days, considering the sexual harassment? You got to make sure that it's really what they want. You don't want to be too. What do you do?
I probably would ask.
So you guys can't tell when a woman's feeling you?
I mean, you can, but this thing about the people that get caught up, you think she let me hug her, and I ain't telling her to kiss me.
Okay, I think it's if you're depending on where you are, like if you at her place, it's after a certain hour.
I don't mean in these days.
No,
though.
I think if it's after 12, 11, you've had drinks, you figure a kiss is coming.
Yeah.
If you figure, if it's 8 o'clock.
But if you initiate it and then she's like, yo, then now you feel like you ain't gonna never try to kiss her. You
gotta initiate it in a smooth way. I don't know. It'd be interesting to find out from women.
Well, someone says in the chat room, kissing maybe start on the cheek and see how she reacts.
Okay, so you kiss her on the cheek.
Well, I've done that before. Like hug them and kind of kiss. Nah.
Is your kiss as long as your conversations?
Nope. Women love my kissing because I have big lips and I know how to kiss. A lot of men don't know how to kiss. Say what you want. Pimping.
Oh, so you feel you're a good kisser?
I'm a great kisser. Poetess, come over here. Let me show you.
Now, okay, when did you know you were a good kisser?
Okay, this is a true story, and I won't make it long.
Oh my God,
I won't make it long.
I hate sloppy wet kisses.
It's not sloppy wet. Here's the problem. When I was younger, and all jokes aside, my family used to always joke about my lips.
Louis, you never asked Dannon was he a good kisser?
Yeah, I never interviewed him because that's part of the question when I interview people.
Oh, do you? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, cool. So. My family
would have been the only one with an answer. Okay.
Yeah. My family used to talk about my lips. I was very conscious of my lips because they were big. My brother and used to call them soup coolers and all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? So the first girl I ever kissed was this girl named Rochelle. Lived on 61st Street. I'm on Felton Street. I kissed her, but I took my time. Like I didn't go, you know what I mean? It's just something in me just took my time, and she was like, oh, wow, that was nice, whatever. And then as I was dating women, I would take my time with kissing. And they would say that because of the size of my lips and the way that I kiss, I was a great kisser. So I've always been told I was a good kisser.
And evidently you've held on to that.
I hold on to that. So that is my bread and butter.
Because that's certain things people know what they do well. And you like, all right, I know I'm a good kisser.
Two things you're going to get with me, ladies. You're going to get a good kiss and I'm going to smell good. That's just the upper part. I'm gonna give you the pipe, but I'm gonna do that right.
A woman's whole face be wet with that. Daddy kisses.
Who said that? Thank you.
Girl,
Thank you.
Eric does.
Thank you, Eric, because you know what? You're right.
You just got out of the
I don't
shower.
want a
No, I
wet
just
face.
kissed.
That's
But it's not
nasty.
wet. Just because you got big lips don't mean that the kiss is
No,
going to
your
be
mouth
wet.
is watery already.
No.
Well,
my
maybe
mouth
you
is
go.
wet.
Maybe you do that suction thing like the dentist before you kiss.
Yeah, that's fucked.
And then I know it. They charge you extra at the dentist.
Shoot.
No,
Let me
but
tell you
no,
something.
I'm
kiss
okay
well.
kisser.
Are you a good kisser?
I'm okay kisser. I'm okay kisser. You know.
Are you a hard kisser though?
What do you mean hard?
Okay, so see, some men when they come in, they coming in on a woman.
No,
you know,
no.
Like, do you take your time? Like,
No, I gotta be
caress? Are you a
conscious of my.
caress?
No, my nose is big, so I gotta be. I gotta go in.
it usually takes Lewis about 30 seconds to
Yeah.
get to the lips.
I gotta go in a certain angle. I'm like Top Gun Maverick, you know. But
Luke got to kiss women like this.
yeah. So I mean, but but yeah.
That's
I like
a good
this.
question. That's a great question because a lot of men, I've heard a lot, women like a good kisser. That I have heard. Not all women, let me say some, because I don't want nobody to get me, but I've heard that a lot of women like good kissers.
I mean, you know, so it was interesting about how.
Well, I had a relationship person that studies the science of biology and relationships. When you kiss, there's a hormone, I think, that comes from that.
It's called spit.
That makes women want to have sex, basically.
when you kiss. Oh, okay. So if you're not a good kisser, they don't want to.
Damn. So you ain't getting no ass after the kiss. You pretty much done.
No, I'm gonna have him on the show. His name is Rael Sims, and he studies
Rollo?
Rael.
I know that nigga. That's nigga from Fifth Street.
Rael.
Oh, I thought it was Rollo.
That talks about the science of human attraction.
What does a kiss mean to you?
I like to kiss, but I don't tongue it down unless we're like serious.
So you don't even give them no tongue?
Not if
so you
we're
do the
not
white people way?
Not if we're not seriously dating.
Do you do it the white people way?
What's the white people way?
They don't even put their lips out. Some of them they get because I've kissed a couple white girls by accident, and they're like they kiss, but they don't open their mouth.
Well, because white people they don't eat a lot of chicken.
But they kiss a dog. Why can't they kiss
pork
me?
chops,
Shit.
The food that we've eaten, we've had to open our mouths. We've had to open our mouths.
I'm gonna have to go down the street now, the lady, and get some food.
Where?
Right down here on Crenshaw. What's her name? Maryland. Oh, I'm trying to do.
So that's okay. I see that place. It's a place here on Crenshaw Boulevard where the line is always long. So what is it? Is it? It's inexpensive, right?
It's inexpensive too. I mean, and she gives you a lot. They have not let the pandemic change.
So what kind of food is it?
All soul food. Everything will give you a heart attack and high cholesterol.
So I've always driven by that place and I've never.
Bro, you need to stop one time. Let's go there today.
Somebody said Sweet Willie Walker said Lewis got to go in at a 90-degree angle.
Tell Sweet Willie Wonka I said hello. I hope he's well.
Lewis, you do not invite Lewis to a cocaine party.
Yeah,
it is one sniff and done.
Sweet Willie Wonka, I miss you, man. Hope everything's good. Hope your son should be. It's like 3 years out. Your son should almost be in middle school now. Willie Wonka.
Where's Willie Wonka located?
I'm not sure. I think he's in Atlanta, maybe. I'm not sure. He's a truck driver.
Oh, okay.
But he's.
Thanks for listening, brother.
His son his son was playing Pee Wee football, so he should be entering middle school right about now.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Mm-hmm. How do you feel about these young kids today? I had this big issue on social media. I'm gonna show it to you because I felt this kid wasn't showing good sportsmanship. Did you see this? On Instagram. The one where the kid shoots a jump shot and the guy was playing D on him. So the kid he didn't really bump him, but he kind of bumped him a little bit. And when he went back to pick up, give his hand to the kid, like to help him up, the kid said, and blew him off like that. So I said that's not showing good sportsmanship. And of course, someone had a problem with that. You know what I mean? So I was just wondering, what do you feel? I'm gonna show it to you. What do you think about?
Now, how old was the kid?
Probably teenager.
I mean. That's not what we do. That's how I deal with our kids when I tell them that's not how we do, because sportsmanship is real big at our school. And I tell kids all the time, we don't do that here.
Right.
So you can take that somewhere else.
Here it is right here, Lou. And then you tell me what you think.
Wait a minute. I don't know what happened.
You just made it. Okay. 'Cause I just want to see what you think about that being. You didn't see it? Okay, what? So he see, and then he goes, watch.
Well, he's a punk.
See, now, okay, Lou, you said that. That's what I said. And this is the problem that we have. Now, just read what this person has been writing about me. And I said it. I didn't even say anything bad, but this is just one of her comments.
Yeah, I agree with you about.
And let me show you the other one. So,
I don't need to read no more.
Okay, well, anyway.
I mean, no, I
I'm
think,
just saying, what do you think about that?
It's like, first of all, you that's too much. Him kissing. First of all,
At that age.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, you as a coach, okay. Players only do what coaches allow them to do,
And what they see the big boys do.
but it's based on what if you're coaching a kid, he's on your team. Players only do what coaches allow them to do.
Right.
We want you to celebrate, want you to be excited. That's great. But if you do something that's not unsportsmanlike, it's up to the coach to say, all right, listen, sit down.
Right.
Take him out, sit down. Hey, man, what are you doing? Or we don't do that. And then if you do it again, then you sit down again because you're really building character.
Right.
And that's not good character.
It's not. But of course, there's people who come on here. Oh man, this chick went in on me. I mean, like literally wrote stories like where you're this. I'm like, I didn't say the kid needs to be beaten. I said it doesn't show good sportsmanship at this age. So when he gets to the higher level,
well, because the bottom line is he's going to run into somebody that's better than him. And he'll be humble. The sports gods take care. That's one of the beautiful things about sports.
Right.
The sports gods, and sports gods take care of people who act that way.
Yes.
I mean, it was like
if you can't be humble, people can say what they want about Mayweather, but after every fight, he always went up and spoke to his opponent.
As great as Muhammad Ali was, sports guys took care of him with Joe Frazier.
Mm-hmm.
Took care of him.
Yeah.
And he took it like a man. Said, hey, man, he beat me, he got me. But Ali was a different kind of guy.
Yeah.
I mean, certain athletes are born to do what they do.
Right.
And if you're gonna talk trash and blow kisses, you better be able to back it up and deal with it when somebody else.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure if somebody did that kid, he probably had problems with it.
He'd be mad, wouldn't he?
Yeah, of course. But that's where we are. And it also more so before the coach. It starts in the home.
Right.
My kid is not out there doing that.
Right.
You're a reflection of our family.
Right.
You're not that good. Mm-hmm. That's why.
And it's okay to celebrate, but it's like, why would you? A man extends your hand to help you up. Now I understand, like in the pros. They won't take it. They want their own teammates to help them.
Right, and that's what happens when your teammates run to you, help you up. But I feel
I don't even like
that.
That's like sixth grade attitude right there to me.
What?
Like if you in the league, me and you in the NBA, I knock you down, but my bad, Lou, and you go. It's not going to stop you from
they don't have the playoffs. They don't. It's about. Yeah, but normally their teammates run to them. But listen, I feel bad for the kid. Well, good for the kid who tried to help him out.
Yeah, I just want to see what
the kid that blew him off will probably be working for the kid that tried to help him out. One day, So
remember me? Yeah, get on them fries.
So George Holt from Ride Along Radio, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you, George and Jay.
It. I wanted to ask Big J what metaverse means. Do you know what that means?
That's the new name for
in
Facebook.
The universe. Oh, that's the new. Okay,
that's the new name for what?
Facebook.
Metaverse.
Yeah.
Why they changed it?
I thought it meant in the
some universe type shit.
Yeah,
well,
universal.
it might be internet world. I don't know. Shit.
Metaverse. Jay, call in next week. Tell us what it is.
No, can't we look it up?
It may not even be a word. Nigga might have made it up.
No, he didn't make it up.
Metaverse? I ain't never heard of that in my life.
That's why I'm.
Hold on, let me look at it. Maybe it's not. No, Facebook is Meta. So let's see what. Metaverse is a virtual reality space in which users can interact with a computer-generated environment and other users.
Okay. So yeah, Metaverse.
So it's a universe online.
So I told you, Big J was. I had heard it, but I didn't know.
Jay was very articulate. I really thought he was going to come from a different angle, but I really liked it.
He broke it down.
Yes,
he broke the whole.
I was happy he did.
Yeah.
See how his story was. You need to talk to Jay about his story. I mean, his story was long too, but
yeah, it was long.
But his punctuation was better than yours.
Well, you
Ohio State.
Well, he probably went to Howard.
That was a good one.
See, I was going to degrade it, but I pushed it up. See,
no, you can't degrade Howard.
No, I know I can't.
So shout out to everyone. What's next? Is it Memorial Day?
The 29th of this month, so it's Memorial Day.
I had a great birthday. Thank you to everybody for the birthday shout out.
Lou, when was your birthday again?
It was May 5th.
Mayo.
Yeah, and Arsenio Hall gave me a shout out.
Yeah, Lou, you told us, Lou.
I was happy about
but
that.
you told us twice.
Hold
on, Poetess. You told us this story twice.
I know.
Okay, I'm just want to make sure that I give me some get back. Because I may tell long stories, but I don't tell the same story twice.
But I told that up front. Now I'm
for the people that you felt may not have heard, you say Arsenio Hall. Yeah. Watch your feet, name dropping.
No, that was. I mean, I was working.
I got you.
Everybody's got a job, but no.
I like Arsenio, man. I really do.
Father's Day
is he coming back to TV?
I don't know. I mean, Netflix hopefully will do at least once a month. Let them do that. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying that because that'd be a good job once a month. But Father's Day is next.
Oh, that won't be a great day for us.
Yeah, that'd be Father's Day. But
especially for you, because you ain't a father.
Well, I don't care about that.
The next day.
That doesn't bother me.
The next holiday is Memorial Day, right?
Yes.
That's what? What day is that?
The 29th.
And it's barbecue and stuff, right?
Barbecue, wine, host.
Okay, so that's going to be Memorial Day. It's going to be a good day. And then we're heading into summer.
Man, it don't stop, do it.
It's like it's going, man.
Life don't stop, man. It's
like
that's why you really got to be. Yep. That's why you really have to be on your life, ladies and gentlemen. You have to make sure that you get up every morning. You thank God for the day He gives you, or whatever you pray to, and man, you make it be. Live your life. Live your life.
Yeah, don't take a day off because it's go. If you do take a day off, make it a planned day off where you can enjoy yourself and kick back. But it's rolling. It's 5 months in.
Yeah.
We were. I mean, not too long ago, we were in the pandemic, and
and now
ain't
nobody talk about it.
Yeah, everybody's. I still wear my mask on the plane though.
Yeah.
I know I did this weekend. Yeah. And
yeah, and some people.
They've really relaxed the rules here in California.
Well, they needed to. I mean, we had the strictest rules.
But you know what? I looked at the numbers that are going on here in LA. They are so low. You can't even call it a pandemic.
Well, I truly believe
they only have maybe 300 and some people in the hospital from COVID.
I believe a lot of it was a moneymaker. And trust me, ladies and gentlemen, it was real. I had it, but I just believe that a lot of it was a moneymaker.
Well, I just think the numbers didn't reflect a true pandemic.
Right.
That's the only thing. It's like it took so long to even reach the million mark when people were dying or sick. I mean.
Well, I wish the people in Ukraine, hope they're doing better. That's crazy. Yeah. Everything is crazy.
Well, that's also, I don't like the propaganda that the media was doing on that one. Because they kept trying to make it in the beginning thinking, oh, yeah, the Ukrainians are beating the Russians. Man, the Ukrainians are not beating the Russians. They're defending them off in every city they was taking over. So it's interesting.
Well, all right. So listen, thank you all. We'll be back next week.
Yes, thank you, man. Lou, it's good to have you back, man. I mean,
good to be back.
Whenever you let me know you ain't going to be gone. I can't stand dudes with a successful life. Just do what you want to do.
Hilarious. Ain't nobody happy. Hey, thanks, boss lady.
All right.
Poetess, thank you for allowing us to know when you were coming in this time. My ears didn't get blown away.
Anyway.
Even that was a long story.
Damn it.
Turn his mic off. All right,
I
you
love you,
guys,
Poetess.
enjoy your week, and thank you for watching In a Man's World. We'll see you next week.
In a Man's World.